Hello boys and girls, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing so well. Let's talk about this situation on my face. If I came up to you on the street looking like this and said that this entire face of makeup is cruelty-free, vegan, and zero waste, zero plastic, would you all believe me? This is a follow-up from a different video using zero waste makeup and it didn't quite go to plan. I think I liked like 3 of the products that I used. So those products that I did like, I do include in this video, but I don't go into too much depth. I just kind of like whiz past them because you've seen it all before, you saw it in the last video, so I didn't want to dwell too much on it. I want to focus purely on the new products. I'm not gonna lie, some of these products are worming into my everyday routine. I say every day, I don't wear makeup every day, but like my favorites. This palette, this eyeshadow palette by London Copyright. I'm just speechless. If you would like to find out how I created this look on my face right now, then keep watching. I've yet to decide whether this actually suits me or whether I just look like a milkmaid. I am just gonna... So, I think I am going to start with eyes. I have a confession to make, guys. This palette here, London Copyright is the brand. They are completely and utterly vegan. However, they are not completely zero waste. I did ask, I got a few palettes by them. Their palettes are made of cardboard, so there is no waste in the packaging. They came in a cardboard sleeve. However, they did also come in bubble wrap, which just defies the point. I did message them about their other products because they had like lipsticks, they had lashes. They did come in a plastic box, but then they had as normal, like for example, this doll lashes packaging does have the plastic bit on the inside. It just kind of sucks that I couldn't get those. My confession is that I have dipped into this palette. The last look I did, I was just desperate to use a yellow, and this is just the most beautiful, vibrant daffodil yellow, and I was just desperate to use it. I'm gonna use it again today because it was honestly... For a base, I have 2 sticks of foundation, but it did say on the website that you can use this as a concealer as well. Right guys, you know how I feel about eco-friendly brands and their shade range. Very limited. With this foundation, there were 3 shades. 3. And these are 2 of them. So this brand is called Benecos Natural Beauty. So I got the shade Ivory, which was the lightest, and Sand, which was the middle color. Observe. They are not the same color. So I'm just gonna see. It seems very dry. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I wasn't supposed to be putting this on my face, was I? I'm doing eyes first. Eyes first, Lizzie. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a flat brush and just kind of get some product on it. I am so curious to see if this is an okay shade. I'm just so confused about these shades. So confused. Like, that is definitely not this color. It's very thin. I always kind of associate stick foundations with being quite like thick and like sticky almost, but this is actually quite nice. That has actually worked. There's not loads of coverage, so I can't see that doing amazingly as a concealer like under eyes and blemishes, but it's definitely not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So now for the exciting part. Look at this. So like I said before, this is by a brand called London Copyright, and this is the Palace palette. They have a few different palettes that were all gorgeous, but I opted for this one purely because of the greens and the yellows and basically just all of them. I really want to swatch. Oh, it's soft. Oh, it's pigmented. Vegan, Zero waste. Cruelty free. And insane. That has got to get on my eyeballs right now. I'm gonna get the yellow, which is called Jovial. So there's a lot of kickback. I'm just gonna guys, look at this. It's a very kind of yolky yellow, but she's pigmented. Jovial is doing bits. That was like with one tap of the brush as well. And I'm just gonna go in with a different fluffy brush and just buff it out. So with this kind of dark foresty green called Dulce, and I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna take it in quite a rounded shape, following the line of my lid. Okay, so as you can see, they're not exactly like blending seamlessly. I'm gonna have to work pretty hard to get that blend, but the pigment, did I just get makeup on my top? No. The pigment is, that's something. Just going back in with the yellow. We're getting there, we're getting there. I feel like it's turning a little bit muddy now. It's not awful. We'll keep going and see if we can kind of like redeem it. I'm just gonna intensify the green a little bit closer to the lid. I've just kind of gone over the yellow to make it a little bit more yellow, and I've gone over the green to just intensify. And that looks good. I'm into this. So I definitely want to use this green. I think I'm gonna do black outer corner because then I can do the green inner corner. The black is called Cavalier. Let's just pack that on the outer corner. It's just like, so it's like black immediately. Like you hardly have to build it up. Just as soon as your brush touches skin, it's like, and that did blend really nicely into the green actually. I think it's just the lighter colors that kind of struggle. They're like overpowered by the darker ones, I think. So I'm gonna go back in with the foundation stick, just on the same brush. Ooh, that's kind of struggling over the green. It's okay because there's a green going over the top, so I'm just gonna tap that, try and blend a little bit with my finger. So this shimmery olive green is called Chameleon. Let's see what happens when we... Wow. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love that. We have quite a bit of cleaning up to do. I'm just gonna wipe away just the end so it kind of creates just a line. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go off camera and do the other eye real quick, and then we will do the rest of my face. Okay, so I love this palette. So I actually tested how the lime green worked without a concealer base, and this was the result. It essentially looks exactly the same. First things first, we have our base. Like at the beginning, I did literally just start applying this to my face. So let's just do that again. Like you can see it is very sheer, right? Let's just leave it at that and let's just buff that in. Actually, I think with this stick concealer, I think a beauty blender would be better. That's not bad. Ooh, smells fruity. It doesn't quite feel smooth to apply. I can't, it's kind of, it's a bit of an effort. Maybe it would be better to have like a flat foundation brush and just kind of, if you just like get it on the brush and then swipe it on. So it is quite sheer. It feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel thick whatsoever. It almost looks like nothing on my skin, which is good. It's a very natural looking foundation. The coverage isn't amazing. I'm gonna use the same brush I used on my lids. I wanna kind of roll it up to see how much product you get, but I'm nervous that the stick is gonna fall out of the tube. Speaking from past experiences. They're all honestly almost the same shade. I can't believe there is only 3 shades and 2 of them are basically the same. That's terrible. I'm extremely lucky that they kind of match my skin tone. That has done a decent job. These are warming on me, these foundation sticks. The only thing I'm angry about is the shade range. That would be really, really nice for like an everyday foundation and concealer. And I'm not even kidding. I think these were like £5. They might have been less. Maybe £6. Okay, success so far. This is going so much better than the last video. I have a couple more things from London Copyright. This is the, what's it called? This is the Contour Palette Volume 1. So, oh, plastic. So that looks like this. I am gonna dip into this just to set my face before I go on to contours. And then I also have a very similar palette for blush, which looks like this. This paler shade is called Divine. A lot of kickback again, as you can see. It's definitely not highlighting. If anything, it's making it slightly darker, but it's definitely mattifying. Not bad, but not great. It's okay. I am actually going to go in with the same bronzer I used in the last video because I did actually really like this bronzer. It smells like coconut again. It's got to be this. I'm not going to go into too much detail and I'll probably just speed straight through it just because you saw it in the last video, so. That is the Zhao Essence of Nature bronzer. Oh, it's not actually called bronzer. I think it's called, I'll link it down below. It's been a while since I've done powder contour actually because I've really been liking my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour stick. So, I'm not gonna go in too heavy. So I'm just gonna get this cooler, but not too dark shade called Define. Ooh. Oh, I like, that's stunning. Do you know what? That's a contender for my Too Faced Cocoa Contour. That is so nice. I really like that. It's really subtle and buildable, but it's still quite pigmented. It's so easy to blend. It's not streaky whatsoever. The real test is how it performs on my nose. Just gonna pop bits in all the normal places. It's very warm toned and that's a little bit worrying since I chose the most cool toned colour. If you like a warm toned contour, just gonna get, is that clean? That's a clean brush. Gonna get the same shade. Again, can't remember the last time I did powder contour on my nose, so, oh, it's gone wrong already. Okay, so now I am going to go in with the lighter foundation stick again and just highlight the center of my nose. Just going to dab that in with my finger. And now I'm just going to get my big powder brush and just tone it down a little bit so it's not too crazy. That wasn't even that difficult and I'm not the best at doing my nose contour anyway. That is a banging palette. Now blush. So we have these shades, they're obviously all quite bright. This one is super shimmery. Let's swatch that. Yeah, it's super shimmery. So if you're into that kind of thing, go wild. This one up here is definitely matte. Wow. That is almost like an eyeshadow. So by the looks of it, I'm gonna have to go very light-handed. I'm not sure if this has a slight shimmer. I can't quite see properly. But I think I am going to go with this one. It's not too pink, so it's not going to clash with the green and the yellows I've got going on. So this is called Delicious Peach. Ooh, that's quite nice. So pigmented though. Not for the faint-hearted. It's a gorgeous colour though. Really, really nice. Just gonna draw it kind of like upwards across my cheekbone. Yeah, I'm a fan. I am absolutely obsessed with these London Copyright palettes. I am just going to speed up the process of doing my brows. I am just going to use exactly the same products as I used in the last video because I did actually really like those. So it's the Avril Rose soap and the Zao Essence of Nature brow powder, and I'm going to be using the Zao brow brush thing. So yeah, I'm just going to speed it up. How fluffy did these brows look? This was created with soap. Literal soap. I'm obsessed. Like, I was obsessed first time and I'm obsessed this time as well. Just gonna go off camera to do my lips and pop on some lashes and also do my under eyes. So essentially just finish the look. It's nothing new. I'm using the same products as last time. Just give me a sec and I will be back with you with the finishing look. Okay, so this is the final look. I'm obsessed. I take a shot for every time I say I'm obsessed. I used the Pure Bio Cosmetics lip liner as a lipstick as well, but then I dabbed a bit of the lighter foundation stick into the center of my lip just to give it a bit of depth. The lashes I used, they are not plastic free. They did come in with like plastic packaging on the inside of the box. They are the Ace Beauté lashes. I'm not sure what style they are. It says EOS on the side, but I'm not sure if that's the style. I know for a fact that they are faux mink lashes. So they are not using real animal hair, which is obviously better for the planet. I am gonna do an all day wear test. So far, I am so impressed with the products. If you are wondering why I'm not wearing any highlight, it's because if you saw the last video on eco-friendly makeup, which honest to God is just embarrassing compared to this one, you will know that I was actually waiting on Lush. They do zero waste makeup and they do a highlight and a lipstick that I really wanted to try, but nothing is available on the website. I've been checking like over and over and over again, and I think I'm just gonna have to wait till isolation's over and I can go into the shop and ask, because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get my hands on it. So I will let you know at the end of the day how this wears, and yeah. Hey guys, it's future Lizzie here. So I've just finished editing this video only to find out that my stupid ass forgot to film an outro, and I didn't want to leave you guys without a review. So honestly, I was blown away by the results. All the London Copyright palettes were insane. I actually ended up really liking the Benecos foundation sticks. They were a little bit creasy and I was a little bit oily in my T-zone, but that's normal when I'm wearing foundation throughout the day. You can probably see it now and I'm not even wearing that foundation. I would honestly recommend every single one, because considering the products are vegan, cruelty-free and zero waste, they're actually extremely good for what you are sacrificing. You're sacrificing all the chemicals. The London Copyright palettes are just as good as your everyday drugstore and even high-end brands, I would say. I would spend a lot of money on that eyeshadow palette, not gonna lie. Like, I would be willing. Generally, eco makeup as a whole, they're not as good as the stuff you're probably already using, but the drugstore and high-end makeup that uses chemicals, they are like perfected formulas, so they are proven to work, but they aren't really perfected formulas if they're harming the planet. So the more we can support eco-friendly brands, the more they can be developed to being just as good as all the everyday brands that you are using. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will be doing more testing videos in the future. I will be keeping my eye out for any more eco products that I want to test for you guys, and I hope you are staying safe, and I'll see you guys soon for another video.